Hi, Delora here. Today I'm going to talk to you about panic disorder and uh, anxiety disorder. I'm one of the fortunate people that have experience with both. Um, Anxiety disorder is a part of my disease that I have called fibromyalgia, but panic disorder is I don't have them that often, but I do get them. Now, the thing that's similar with panic disorder and anxiety disorder is that they both make you have your heart beat rapidly. You feel like you're having a heart attack. And just a minute, I want to make sure I'm telling you all this right. I'm checking on here. Because I don't want to give out the wrong information. Okay, here we go. All right, so now panic disorder and anxiety disorder, what they have in common is the rapid heartbeat, the shortness of breath, sweating, nausea, dizziness, chest pain, or discomfort. Now, with panic disorder, it can happen without any apparent triggers or causes. That's what panic disorder. Now, the difference with panic disorder and anxiety attack is that anxiety attack can last for days, weeks, or months. That's what anxiety does. And there is ways that you can help with both of these disorders, and breathing exercise is one of them. Also, you may want to talk to a doctor about medication. So, but what happened to me the first time I experienced what I call the first time I experienced panic attack is that when I was all of a sudden I just woke up and it felt like my heart was beating real fast. And I got so scared, I got so nervous, I ran to the hospital. And they told me, they said, well, you sound like you just had a panic attack. And I said, no, well, my chest was hurting, and, I'm telling them all this. And they said, no, it was a panic attack. And what you do is you need to try to try to do exercise that'll help you, do breathing exercise to help you with those panic attacks. And but then the next night, I was back in the hospital again in the emergency room because I didn't believe them when they was telling me I was having panic attacks. It just felt like I was having a heart attack. And what they told me, they said, Miss Nichols, if you keep coming to the emergency room with these attacks, we're going to have to put you in a mental hospital. And they said you really need to learn how to calm yourself down from these panic attacks. So what they did, instead of putting me in a mental hospital, they enrolled me. They enrolled me. They have me going to outpatient therapy, and outpatient, what they call outpatient therapy, outpatient group therapy. And while I was in therapy, I learned about the breathing exercise. I was able to get a videotape, but this was like years ago, years before, you could find everything on the internet. But and back then too, was a lot of people was using like cassette tapes and stuff like that. So, when I was in group therapy, the therapist told us about this tape that you can get that will help you with your breathing exercise. So I purchased the tape, and then I started doing the exercise, the breathing exercise, and they were right. It did help. Whenever I was having those, when I have those panic attacks, I remember to do the breathing exercise, and it helped me. It really did help me. Now the another thing that happened to me, and you just hope that it never happened to you. You don't want that to happen to you. Is that every night, and I think this is part of the anxiety attack. But no, I'm not a therapist, so I don't know for sure. But another thing that happened to me, this was like years later. Every night I would wake up. Every night while I was asleep, I would have the same dream over and over again that I was being blown up in a building. It was not. It wouldn't just be. It was me and other people. And then all of a sudden the bomb go off, and boom. And I mean, I would sit straight up in bed, and my heart would be beating fast, and that's when I was having an attack, and my heart would be beating fast, and I was like, wow. I was just like, okay, that was just a dream. It's just a dream. And then the next night I was having the same dream. I woke up in a panic. I had to breathe. I was breathing, trying to calm down, and I went to my therapist, and I told him, I said, I keep having the same dream over and over again that I'm being blown up in a building. And I said, I wake up and my heart be beating fast, and I'm breathing, and so maybe this may fall under the anxiety attacks, because they said anxiety can last days, weeks, or even months. So what the therapist did, he put me on a medication I think it's called clonazepam. And when I started taking the clonazepam, I noticed that I wasn't having any dreams at all anymore, and I love that. Just imagine you go to sleep, you don't have any dreams. You go to sleep and you wake up. You go to sleep, you wake up. If I did have any dreams, but I don't remember. And I was so happy. I can just kiss my doctor for putting me on the clonazepam, because I just couldn't go. I couldn't keep going on like that, having that same dream every night that I'm being blown up in a building, and I couldn't understand why I was having that particular dream. I couldn't understand it. And I found out too also that those having those dreams maybe because of my sleep apnea, because that's another one of the gifts I have from a disorder that I have from having fibromyalgia, is the sleep apnea. And so I did have the sleep study done, and I had to be put on a machine where I had to have the mask and stuff and wear that every night. And sometimes I just hated that. I just hated having to wear that mask every night. But I wanted to sleep better, so I did it. Um, so anyway, I think that'll be all for today about panic attacks and anxiety attacks or disorder. But if you find yourself having these attacks, please talk to your doctor or a therapist. Please talk to your doctor or your therapist, and to let them know that you are having these problems, the panic attacks or the anxiety attacks, so that way they can help you. Because you don't want to be like me, running to the emergency room, you know, it, it- you know, 2 or 3 times a week, thinking that you're having a heart attack when you're not. So in my comment section on my YouTube page, I'm gonna put a link in there that tells you about the anxiety attacks and the panic attacks, and how both of them how they both have some things in common, and how they both don't. And then also I'm gonna put in the comment sections about the breathing exercise, and maybe you want to start doing those every day, especially if you're suffering with one of these attacks. But believe me when I say it does help. The breathing exercise help. And another thing that I discovered, which I wish I could do, but because of my disability I can't, is yoga. Yoga helps also when it comes to having these panic disorder and anxiety disorder, and also the okay, I'm getting my fiber fog moment here. Just let me see what I was gonna say. No, I can't remember now. I'm sorry about that. I get the fiber fog moment and I forget what I wanted to say. But anyway, I'll look for a link uh, to uh, to some yoga exercise that you may want to do, and that'll be in my comment section as well. So I want to say God be with you always, and to please hit the leave some comments, and also hit the subscribe button and the like button, because that helps a lot. And I hope that I help you today with talking about panic attacks and anxiety attacks, and the difference between them both. So, again, may God be with you. Bye.